That's right, the IPL Season 8 is here. Just a couple of weeks after the World Cup, here we have India Ka Tyohar, and it's a big match coming up later tonight as the season opener. 7 seasons have gone by. How different will this one be? And can Kolkata defend their title? Because that's the team that's up next at 8 p.m. tonight. Welcome everyone. You're watching our coverage of the IPL Lights, Camera, Cricket. With me in the studio is Nikhil Chopra. Nikhil, excited about the new IPL season?
Absolutely, especially with our guys coming off the World Cup. A lot of teams doing well. Some of the key players, in different sort of franchises who had a fantastic World Cup. I think this IPL 8 is going to be special.
It's going to be special. All right, on the very first day, we have a prediction and something to watch out for from Nikhil. Is this IPL season going to be special? Let's take that to former India captain and former IPL player Saurav Ganguly and our consulting editor Boria Majumdar, who are joining us from Kolkata. Saurav, IPL season 8 is going to be special, but for whom?
I think every season IPL is terrific. The stands are full, the excitement. You come to Eden Gardens and see the excitement of the people. With the rain yesterday, everyone was a bit worried whether there would be a cricket match tonight. But I think it's all set for another full house at Eden Gardens. Two very big teams. The cricket in India is never dull, Shivani, whether it's IPL or whether it's one-day cricket or T20 cricket. People just turn up and watch cricket matches. So it's going to be another terrific season of this format of the game.
Boria, what are you looking forward to the most in season 8?
First and foremost, look at the color of Saurav's shirt. That is the first thing I noticed when he stepped in. Kolkata Knight Riders cannot have a better supporter. Having said that, it's a very important tournament. Coming after what happened in 2013 and 14, this man part of the IPL GC, several important players, X-Factor players. It's a new season, promises a lot. I mean, this tournament has been a great platform for several youngsters. So it will be a big tournament. I mean, I would want to see Kolkata Knight Riders do well. Having said that, some maybe new teams want a new champion, some new teams coming to the party. But there again, I mean, from 8 o'clock onwards, staple viewing for Indian viewers over the next month and a half, Shivani. This is something incredible as far as the world of cricket goes.
Right. For the last 7 seasons, really, during the summer months, your evening is sorted. That's what Boria means. You know exactly what you're watching in the evening, and that routine is back. Kolkata Knight Riders will begin their title defense against a formidable Mumbai Indian side in the opener at Eden Gardens. That we're talking about is 8 p.m. Kolkata versus Mumbai Indians. Let me go across to Indrajit Kundu, who's joining us from Kolkata. Indrajit, first up, a weather update from you, and how are the fans feeling in Kolkata? All right, we'll try and connect with Indrajit in just a bit. But Saurav, who looks better on paper, if at all you can separate the two sides, Kolkata or Mumbai?
I think Kolkata is a stronger side on paper, to be honest. And with the allowance of Sunil Narine, who's allowed to bowl and play in the IPL, they have become a much stronger side. Sunil Narine has a huge effect in the IPL. You look at his record, you look at his economy in the 20 overs format, he's just unbelievable. And I think he just changes games for the Kolkata Knight Riders. With him and without him, that side is about 30% stronger or weaker. And I think that's a big plus for Kolkata. They're the current champions, the holding champions, and they have a very good bowling unit. Umesh Yadav, Moni Mokal, Sunil Narine, Piyush Chawla. So they are a very balanced side, and I think on paper they are better. But in T20 cricket, paper hardly matters. You just need 1 or 2 to have a good day, and then you're through. So it will depend on a couple of players on either side.
Kolkata has indeed won the toss and elected to bowl first. Saurav, how does that decision play out at the Eden Gardens today, given the weather conditions especially?
I think that's one of the reasons. The weather conditions is definitely in the mind of Gautam Gambhir, because with the shortened match, the Duckworth Lewis will come into play. But if you look at the way they have played the whole of last season, they've looked to chase because they know they have a good bowling unit. They try and keep the target short and then get it with their batting. They won most of their games chasing, and Eden Gardens is a slow deck, so it takes a little bit of time from oppositions to get used to the surface. It's the way they have played last season, and they've continued to do that. It's just the beginning for all the teams. There are 14 games. You need to win 7 or 8 to qualify for the quarterfinals, semi-finals. semi-finals and the finals. So from that point of view, teams can take a little bit of chances at this stage. But the Knight Riders, who are not very good starters, to be honest. Last year, if you remembered, out of the 7 games, they had lost 5 or 6, and they went on to win consistently 9 games after that to win the title. So it's early part, and they're probably going by the way which they have won the title, which is by chasing.
That's right. So the news coming in from the Eden Gardens, Kolkata have won the toss, elected to bowl first. Weather conditions, as Saurav was just talking about, bowling would be difficult on a wet field later. But all eyes on Sunil Narine, isn't it, Nikhil? What are you expecting from this man who's had to change his action, tweak his action in such a short notice of time?
It's going to be very interesting. Does he get the same sort of purchase in terms of changing your action, Shivani? Is he allowed to bowl the dusra? Because if he's not allowed to bowl the dusra, the one that goes away from the right-hander, then he gets a little predictable. He's a class act, make no mistake. But when you're looking to change your action, the ball coming out of the hand, what pace, what is the kind of purchase you're getting off the wicket, we'll all have to wait and see. Does he actually change his action? Because of the ICC, there are rumors saying that he's not allowed to bowl the dusra. I don't know. Dada would probably know as well, because he was there in Australia. Is there some sort of regulation that the ICC has put that he's not allowed to bowl the
More
dusra?
importantly, Dada is in Calcutta. So, Dada, what have you heard?
We'll all have to wait and see, to be honest, Shivani, because you don't hear anything in these cases. There was issues with a few of his deliveries last season, but you have to see how he's turned up, because a lot of the bowlers have changed action. Sunil Narine was not in the World Cup, but Sachitra Senanayake, the Sri Lankan, was in the World Cup, and he saw his action. It was a completely different action than what we used to see Senanayake bowl, and he's looked a different bowler. So my eyes will be on Sunil Narine, what he's done, because if you take any of the deliveries out of his armory, the reason why he's successful, because he bowls 2 different deliveries. One's the leg cutter, which goes the other way, and the other the off spinner, which turns. If you take either of them away, in this case, the one which has to go away, if at all, with his action, is the leg cutter. And if that goes away, life will become a lot easier for the batsman. So we'll have to wait and see what he does once he actually gets the ball in his hand in those 4 overs.
Right, so we know that Sunil Narine is the one to watch out for, but who are the others that you can expect in the lineup throughout the season, not just the first match? If you missed the action or don't remember exactly how the auctions went for Kolkata earlier in this year.
Kolkata was both flashy and restrained in the auctions. 2.4 crores for rookie spinner KC Cariappa surprised everyone. But veteran Brad Hogg was a steal. The spinner, though, continues to be their top match winner. Cariappa too will be a player to watch out for. ICC team of the World Cup winner Morne Morkel and a top performer for India Umesh Yadav will be the key in the pace department. While Shakib Al Hasan is unavailable for most of the matches, Andre Russell and Yusuf Pathan provide firepower in the middle order. While Gothi himself at the top has a lot to prove.
Let's talk about KC Cariappa then. Nikhil, you donned the selector's hat for Delhi. How much of him have you seen in domestic cricket? And if you were from KKR, how would you justify the 2.4 crore price tag?
Well, I guess, young talent, Indian player makes all the difference. You've seen if there is some sort of quality, because the bulk of the side has got to be made with Indian players. Obviously, they go at a premium. I think young, exciting talent, Shivani, if he gets to play all the matches, I know it's going to be a little difficult. But given the opportunity, I think he's going to surprise a few.
And it will be obviously a case of how much spin that is going to be
Absolutely.
a factor, isn't it?
At the Eden Gardens, we've seen over a period of time that the spinners do play a major role. And Dada's home ground, once it starts gripping, it gets very, very difficult.
How crucial is this IPL? This question for both Saurav and Boria. Saurav, first you, how crucial is this IPL for Gautam Gambhir?
I think it's crucial for him, and he's done a wonderful job for the Knight Riders. He's won it twice as captain, and he has to get runs. See, if you look at an IPL and see it as a platform to play for India, then you're thinking wrongly. So just play the IPL as the IPL and just perform well in this tournament, and then we'll see what happens. Don't think too far and don't worry about anything. If Gautam Gambhir is thinking as a platform to play for the country, he'll be under huge pressure. But I think he's a matured cricketer. I don't think he will do that. He will just take it as it comes. He's always been a good T20 player, a good one-day player. The trouble with him has been the new ball in Test cricket, where it's bounced a bit and swung a bit and he's been in trouble. So I think he will do well in this IPL.
Boria, he will target though this IPL to announce himself back into form, isn't it?
Of course, I mean all of these players, whether it's a Yuvraj Singh, Zaheer Khan, Gautam Gambhir, but make no mistake, there will be pressure. He goes in as defending champions, and also what happens to Sunil Narine. In fact, you asked that question earlier. 18 balls is what the ICC tested Sunil Narine for. Only 2 balls were just above that radar of 15 degrees. So those 2 balls he had to rectify. So Gautam Gambhir would be extremely wary of what Sunil Narine does. Has his action changed? Is he as effective as possible? But Shivani, so far we've spoken about Kolkata and Kolkata. Talk about the other side as well. There is one man in that opposition lineup who would take Eden Gardens everywhere where he goes. His 100 in IPL here, double 100 one-day cricket here, test match debut 100 here. You know, first match he captained as Mumbai Indians captain here. Rohit Sharma loves Eden Gardens. I was chatting with him this afternoon for about an hour, and he said, any cricket ground that you want me to play, it is Eden Gardens in Kolkata.
His first double ton though came at Bangalore, isn't it? I was covering that match though.
Highest one-day international score was in Calcutta. IPL 100 where he announced his form back Kolkata. Test match debut 100 Shivani Kolkata. This man just loves Eden Gardens. I mean, Rohit Sharma at Eden Gardens becomes something special.
Of course, your point taken, of course, Boria. Absolute. Saurav, they have Ricky Ponting and Lasith Malinga in their ranks. Ponting making his debut as a head coach. 2 spent forces.
Not Lasith Malinga though, you know, and I think we are comparing 2 different people. Ricky Ponting won't play, so anyway he can't contribute to the team's win. Yes, he is the coach, but the coach can do that much. And Lasith Malinga, for me, he's the best T20 fast bowler in the world, and he will turn up and do well for the Mumbai Indians. These are the 2 bowlers for me. Lasith Malinga in terms of the fast bowlers, and Sunil Narine in terms of the spinners. Their impact is just more than picking wickets. It's the stages they bowl. I think Lasith Malinga will be a force for the Mumbai Indians, but my worry with the Mumbai Indians is the batting. I think their batting is a bit fragile. We were all really surprised when they let off Glenn Maxwell go last season, who was taken over by the Kings 11 Punjab. And when you look at the batting, that's a weak area. Bowling's fine, Malinga. Then you've got Harbhajan, you've got Pragyan Hoja, who will do well in this surface, and then there are a couple of other quakes who are equally good. So it's a good side in terms of bowling. Knight Riders are a good side in terms of bowling, but the difference between the 2, the Knight Riders and the Mumbai Indians this game, is the batsmanship.
Absolutely, you raised a very good point. And when it comes to batting, Kieron Pollard, who has been sustained with, hasn't really delivered for Mumbai Indians.
You know, with Pollard there, Shivani, it's always the storms there, he's sitting in the dugout.
You're waiting for something to happen, but doesn't quite happen.
But Mumbai Indians has not been able to use Pollard as they should be. It's like the Australians use Maxwell, you know, 27, 30 overs into the one-day internationals, last 20 overs. Throw in Maxwell to go out there. Same way in a T20 game, 11, 12 overs gone, wicket down, Pollard, send him in. He's got to take a couple of deliveries, 5, 6, or spend another over, get used to the pace and bounce. Not just 17 deliveries, he'll get you a 50.
All right, quick prediction.
Well, I'll go with Mumbai.
Mumbai, okay. Saurav is going with Kolkata. Boria, you can break the tie for us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see anything.
Boria, you can't sit on the fence.
Match without rain. Okay, fair enough. Kolkata, because I'm Kolkatan, but I want Rohit Sharma to do well.
Well, again, that is really in the middle.
Because of the Kolkatan. I think for me, it's not just because of being Kolkata and a Kolkatan. They're a better side than the Mumbai Indians.
All right, point taken. Let's quickly take a look at what people are saying on social media. We've chosen some of the choicest tweets that we had earlier today. Vada Pav 10-4 Rasgulla Paltan. Are you ready for yet another Vada Pav party? Of course, clearly a Mumbai Indians fan there. And 10-4 is the ratio that they have given to their team. That's coming from the Mumbai Indians themselves. Moving forward, Kolkata Knight Riders have their own tweet. Let's start from where we left off. Tonight's match against Mumbai Indians is going to be a great one. Tune in. They're, of course, looking forward to this one as well. All right, so both these sides sounding the bugle. Harsha Bhogle says 2 key players today. Kieron Pollard, Sunil Narine. We've already spoken at length about both of these players. All right, with that, it's a wrap of this edition of Lights Cricket Camera. Join us again after the match and we'll get you the best post-match analysis. Goodbye.